Henry Cavill's Man of Steel is the best live action Superman we've ever gotten. That is the opinion of quite a few fans. But is it true? Let's discuss. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're new, hey, really thanks for stopping by. Do me a quick favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Then go next door. Ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment down below. And if you're one of the regulars here, again, welcome back for one more round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment down below as well. And of course, share the video out on all the socials. Okay. So, over again, hope everyone had a lovely holiday over the weekend. I was on a stream on Friday. I was on a stream on Friday night, and the subject came up, and someone said that Henry Cavill and the Man of Steel was better than the Christopher Reeve Superman films. Woo, that's a bold claim there. So I decided, okay, let's delve into this. So over the weekend, I did a little Superman movie binge. I watched 5 films multiple times, that being the 1978 Superman, 1980 Superman 2, the 2006 Superman Returns, the 2013 Man of Steel, and 2016's Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Whew, that's a lot of Superman. A lot of fun, though. So, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be putting Henry Cavill and comparing Christopher Reeve. Now, I was going to bring Brandon Routh into this as well, but really that would be an unfair comparison because Brandon Routh really wasn't playing Superman. He was playing Christopher Reeve, playing Superman. So we're going to leave the Superman Returns out. So let's get started. Okay, let's start with one of the foundational things, the music. Hans Zimmer, your theme song Flight, it's a beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. But you're going up against Sir John Williams, the winner, John Williams. And I'm going to leave a link to both of those pieces down below in the description. Check them both out. Decide for yourself. Antagonists. Now, Superman 2, and also Man of Steel, and Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. We got to see we got to see the same two villains being portrayed differently. That being General Zod and Lex Luthor. So we're gonna start with Lex Luthor, being Jesse Eisenberg versus Gene Hackman. Do I really need to say anything at all? No. The winner, Gene Hackman. Okay, which will bring us to General Zod, which is Terrence Stamp versus Michael Shannon. Now, Michael Shannon, being a more physically imposing person, and Terrence Stamp's campiness might lend one to think that I'm going to lean toward Michael Shannon. However, Terrence Stamp's portrayal is one of just pure evil. There's no altruistic motive of trying to rebuild Krypton and rebuild his people because he was programmed that way from birth. And let's be honest, the final fight between Michael Shannon's General Zod and Henry Cavill's Superman is a big CGI crap fest. So, the winner, Terrence Stamp. Sorry, Michael Shannon, but you must kneel before Zod. Just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, next, Jor-El, Russell Crowe versus Marlon Brando. Again, do I really need to say anything about this at all? The winner, Marlon Brando. Now we're going to come to Clark Kent's parents. That would be John and Martha Kent. Now, in the 1978 film, we had Glenn Ford and Phyllis Thaxter. versus Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. Again, this is another really is a no this is a no brainer here. Um, the Henry Cavill films give a lot more depth and a lot more character to these characters, especially Diane Lane. And I'm just gonna say Diane Lane is great in everything she's done. So the winner for this one very easily goes to Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. Next, Lois Lane, Margot Kidder versus Amy Adams. Now, both these actresses really don't have an it factor for me. But the fact that Amy Adams figures out Superman's identity pretty early on, it takes away just some of the fun of Lois not being able to figure out who Clark Kent and Superman are. I kind of wish I didn't throw out Superman Returns for this, because I would have gone with Kate Bosworth. So, by default of just the way the character was written, the winner goes to Margot Kidder. And that comes to the big comparison. That is Superman himself, Christopher Reeve versus Henry Cavill. Now, Henry Cavill does get points because that boy can fill out a costume. He is just stacked. However, it's not the portrayal of Superman that is what separates two. It's the portrayal of Clark Kent. Now, Henry's films attempt to make Clark more cool, not the bumbling oaf, and give him a lot more cool factor. But it doesn't really distinguish between Clark Kent and Superman. The only thing that is the only real difference between them is a pair of glasses, and this is where those films miss the point. Kal-El's disguise is not a pair of glasses. Superman's disguise is Clark Kent. If you look at the Christopher Reeve films, you can see how Clark Kent, how Christopher Reeve in portraying Clark Kent, he will change his pitch in his voice. He brings the pitch higher. He talks more rapidly. He will actually roll his shoulders forward just a little bit to give him kind of a hunch. He runs into things and he says stuff like, "Oh golly gee, that's swell. Oh gee willikers." And the point of that is, even though they are, Clark Kent and Superman are the same size, about the same build, you would never assume that this guy, that Clark Kent, could ever be Superman. And thus, the winner of this is Christopher Reeve. And just another thing is like story points in this, and I'm going to Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, because two specific lines, and a specific line and a specific instance that just really turned it off for me. In Batman v Superman, when Henry Cavill when Superman goes to confront the Bat, and he tells Lois, "No one stays good forever." Oh, that is not a Superman line. That is nothing Superman would ever say. And in Man of Steel, when it seems that Superman is put into a no choice situation and snaps General Zod's neck. No. Superman does not kill. So, final thoughts on this. Both films had I don't want you to think that I hate the Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. They both have very high points. The Man of Steel, especially with the performances between Henry and Diane Lane, and even with younger Clark Kent and Kevin Costner really hit some really great emotional moments, and there are a few moments when you look at Henry and you're like, okay, that's Superman. But Christopher Reeves, despite the campiness of it, tells a better story and is a more, at least in my opinion, realistic depiction of the Man of Steel. And again, you throw in. I go back to the music. You throw in that John Williams theme, takes it right over the top. So, in my opinion, the better film and the better depiction, and thus the better live action Superman, is Christopher Reeve. But hey, these are just my thoughts. I'm going to turn it back over to you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I hit the nail on the head, or am I way off base? Let me know down below. And we'll be doing something this week on Friday the 30th, which you can also catch me on Legion Talk Friday nights Royal Rumble, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. But before that, I'm going to dropping a video, as that is the 1 year anniversary of this little endeavor here, and I will be doing a thank you to you guys, the followers, the folks who make this channel even possible. So until then, guys, have a great rest of your week. Always have fun. Hashtag keep talking, and always keep that smile on your face. Doodles!